Alright, so since you all showed so much support the last time we did this, I figured,
do it again.
So for today's video, we're going to take a look at some Save the World Husk, Miss Monsters, and weapons you've probably never seen before. Just a quick reminder, the event's going to be on June the 4th at 4 p.m. Eastern, and I do plan on streaming the new event on YouTube. Also, if you do plan on getting a battle pass, feel free to use creator code A1. Believe it or not, it does make a difference. So I just want to give a huge thank you to everybody who decides to use it. Also, everything I'm about to show you, I got from a Redditor whose name is Sure Thing. I will leave links in the descriptions where I found all of this footage if you'd like to go check it out. And he's been posting these like once or twice a week, every week for like the past month or so. So if you'd like to see more stuff like this, be sure to give him a follow on Reddit. I asked him if I could use some of these clips in the video, and he gave me permission. So big shout out to Sure Thing 427 for allowing us to use this footage. And I'm not 100% sure, but I believe he used some kind of website maybe to play older previous versions of Save the World. Alright, so for this first one it says, in online Fortnite Test 6, these are what the elemental husk used to look like. And if you look at the fire and water husk, you can see they look very similar to the ones we see today. But if you look at the nature husk, you can see they look totally different. Like obviously now they're yellow, but in online Test 6, apparently the nature husk were purple. So yeah, that's what nature husk used to look like. Honestly, I think they look badass. I wouldn't want to get rid of the yellow husk. Instead, I think we should add these purple husk as a new element altogether. But yeah, I really like the way the purple husk look. Alright, so with this next one, it says, in Fortnite Online Test 6, there was a variant of the Zapatron named Beam Zapatron, and it would fire a constant purple beam. You can also sort of see the stats when he hovers over it. But yeah, let's go and see what it looks like. So, like the title said, it shoots a continuous beam, and honestly, this Zapatron looks way better than the Zapatron that we have now. And here he is testing it out against some husks. I've never seen anybody using the Zapatron nowadays, and that's mainly because it's clunky, it has a slow fire rate, you gotta charge it up to shoot it. But this version of the Zapatron looks way better than the one we currently have. I actually wouldn't mind if they reverted the Zapatron back to this one. But yeah, that's what the Zapatron used to look like. Alright, so with this next one, we're going to see what Teddy used to look like back in the day. And this one says, in Fortnite Online Test 6, this is what Teddy used to look like before getting its final assets. And the Teddy definitely looks different. The thing that sticks out the most are his ears. It looked like he also took damage when you hit it. It also looked like it had laser eyes, and the lasers that shoot out of it look a little bit different than they do today. But yeah, this is what the Teddy used to look like before his glow up. Honestly, I think I prefer the way the Teddy looks now compared to this one. But yeah, that's what the Teddy used to look like before Save the World was released. Alright, so in this next one it says, there used to be things called vendor tips that would play a short animation of what you're supposed to do in the tutorial. And I'm gonna go ahead and play this out and let you listen to it. Now for those who don't know, there were a bunch of little short animated videos like this to help you with Fortnite Save the World, but we never got to see them in the actual game. But I have seen these vendor tips before on Reddit. If I can find it again, I'll provide a link to all of the vendor tip animations in the description. But yeah, I didn't know they used to play these little short animations in the game. I knew they existed, but I'd never seen them in the game before. And apparently this is what it would have looked like. Alright, now with this next one it says, in Fortnite Online Test 6, there was a special material called Permanite that could upgrade 100 times and was used in a cut game mode called the Keep. Now, I've never heard of this game mode called the Keep, but I mean, if I ever find out anything more about it, I'll be sure to let you all know. But apparently there was a material called Permanite that you could use in that game mode, and this Permanite material would allow you to upgrade structures up to 100 times. You can also tell like the brick used to look a little bit different back then as well. So I'm going to go ahead and show the part where he actually uses the Permanite. If you look at the health of the building, it doesn't look like the health is actually a whole lot compared to the health of buildings now, but apparently in that Keep game mode you would need the Permanite material to fully upgrade your structures. But yeah, I've never heard of this Keep game mode. Obviously I've never played it because it's never been in the game, But if you all know anything about the keep, be sure to let us know in the comments below, because I'm really curious to see what that game mode was about. But yeah, that's what the permanite material looked like, and that's what it was used for. For this next one, it says, this is what the outskirts of your outpost looked like before Save the World was released. So nowadays, like in Scurvy shows, if you look towards the edge of the map, you'll see like a bunch of water. In other areas, you'll see like a cliff with a bunch of clouds down below. But in previous versions, this is what the surrounding area looked like on the edges of the map. He also provided us with what the inventory used to look like. You see a lot of familiar weapons while he's scrolling through it. There used to be a search feature in the inventory, so if you would type pistol, all of your pistols would show up. If you typed rifle, all of your assault rifles would show up. And it does look a little bit similar, but it also looks a little bit different. Obviously, you don't have consumables, and the UI is a little bit different. And it's like he also has a broom as a weapon. I thought it was a pickaxe at first, but it's in the weapon slot. But yeah, it looks like there is also a broom. But yeah, apparently the inventory used to have a search feature, and that's what the inventory used to look like. Alright, so this next one actually shows us what blue glow used to look like. I definitely prefer the newer blue glow. I just think it looks better. And there's also what the blaster used to look like. Obviously, they changed the way that looked. And here's what the end screen used to look like. So nowadays, at the end of a mission, you'll see like your combat, building, utility, and sometimes we also get like a little cutscene. But in older versions, this is what the end match screen used to look like. So yeah, blue glow looked a little bit different. Obviously blasters look different, and the end match screen looked different as well. He also made a post yesterday which showed previous versions of the Smasher. The title says, in Fortnite Online Test 6, there were two boss variants of the Smasher, one being boss and the other one being boss Rampage. The one that's glowing is the boss Rampage. Yeah, the main difference between these two is the boss Rampage's eyes light up. And it sort of reminds me of the Enraged modifier. So, I mean, the Smashers do look a little bit different, like their texture looks a little bit different. So apparently in older versions, they were categorized as two different things. One was called Boss, and the other one was called Boss Rampage. And with this last one, it said, did you know that in Online Test 6 of Fortnite, the trees would decay after each hit? So this is what the tree looks like before you hit it. And then every time you hit it, it decays a little bit more. And after you hit it a few times, this is what the tree would look like. So apparently trees would like decay after each hit in older versions of Save the World. And that sums up all of the old footage that Sure Thing provided. Again, big shout out to Sure Thing for showing us all this cool stuff. Let me know what you think about the purple nature husk, the old Teddy, the vendor tips, and the beam Zapatron. Let me know what you think about all this old stuff in the comments below. Anyways, I hope y'all have an amazing day, and thanks for watching.